but I'm trying to outline something that you could use to get the most out of that whole database and make it simple for you, rather than having to, sending one email to this group, and one email to this group, and one email to this group. Let's keep it so that you can communicate with all of them and hit them all with something that might be of interest. So I would send this out every week. And even if you, let's say you were too busy to even take on clients, I would send that email. I would send Larry's Picks of the Week. Hey, I am so gosh darn busy working with so many of you, and in parentheses, and having a great time, that I didn't even have time to do Larry's Picks of the Week. But I'll be back next week with picks, and in the meantime, if you have anything that you'd like to see, whatever. So I would email that. I would email that every single week. I'd make that like maybe Thursday morning was your pick of the week email. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then one other time during the week, I would mail something else. And I would probably mail you could go a lot of different places with this. What I would normally say is, if these all were one lead type, like they were all people looking for foreclosures 100 to 300,000 in Brevard County, I would send them an updated list directly from the MLS. But because we're trying to create a simple process that all of these leads could be interested in, what I might do is send out your search link, because you've got a search platform, right?
Right.
And then maybe something else with it. Maybe you created a video. Maybe you talk about something that's going on in Brevard County, something that has sort of mass appeal that people might find interesting. And if you consistently send those two emails, and again, the second one may evolve. I don't know what would be best there. And you may find that you might just be able to send them out the foreclosures, the updated foreclosure list for the entire county. That may work. In fact, yeah, you may want to do that. That's a process where they can see all of them. So they can see the ones that are 30,000, and they can see the few that are the higher ticket ones. And that email just looks like your weekly list of Brevard County foreclosures, and I might even include that they're and short sales. And then I just have here's your weekly list. Just a reminder, this is the most up-to-date. Just a reminder, this is the most up-to-date current information right from our MLS. And I'd put the list, and I'd say the list includes blankety blank, and to schedule a private showing or for more information about any of these properties, call or text me at this number, and maybe you even have those go to your assistant who's doing the live calls if you're too busy. This way, you're communicating with them twice a week, and especially early on, you will lose people. You're going to get people unsubscribed because this is new, but you're also going to get a ton of response. And so you'll pare down.
That's what I was fearing, was the unsubscribe thing.
Don't fear that, because if they unsubscribe, they were never going to do a deal with you anyway.
You're exactly right. I thought that also. If they unsubscribe, they don't want to hear what I have to say in the first place.
Ryan and I don't want to say argue, but we disagree on this frequently. If someone unsubscribes, they weren't going to be a customer anyway. And whether it's you, Larry, in your real estate business, or me in our reticulous business, we only make money from customers, from clients.
Right.
You know, a subscriber, unless I turn them into a customer or client, is really no good to me. Now, you can't treat them like that, but really you have to just know that as a business owner. And so I'll take, as long as I'm getting activity and ultimately sales and transactions, those unsubscribes are just a part of business. And you also know that you can replace those unsubscribes every single day, because you are actively lead generating. So you're going to replace them with fresh people, and people that you'll be able to. Here's the other thing. If people come in and you do this process from the start, you'll have less unsubscribes because they'll be accustomed to it. The reason you're going to see a spike in unsubscribes up front is because this isn't what you've been doing. So it's going to jolt some people, and again, the ones that leave, they're not looking for real estate anymore, and they're not going to do a deal with you anyway. So, goodbye. It's cleaning out the list, and you're going to get way more activity than you are losing from the unsubscribes.
Right. I hear you.
Now, the next thing, and I think this is part of the question that you were asking me previously, is what else could I do to monetize the list outside of real estate?
Exactly.
A couple of ideas there. Recently, we have been promoting a program which is sort of a home business affiliate internet marketing type of program that I have been able to successfully turn some of my real estate list. I've got about 5,500 leads. I've been able to get some of them interested and have monetized them that way. I think you could do, there are companies like Living Social and Groupon that have affiliate programs. You could put things like that in front of them. You could work out affiliate arrangements with other local businesses. You mentioned you consult with offline businesses. Well, you might be able to come up with a deal with, let's say you work with, and you got to be careful here and, consult your attorney and all this stuff. This is not legal advice. But you may be able to come up with a way to refer people to, let's say, your accountant, and him to give you $25, $50 for every person who uses them. Or, geez, I'm drawing a blank here. Maybe your insurance agent. You may be able to work out some type of affiliate referral arrangement with them to do that. Or, rather than getting a cut of every client you send, which can get a little hairy and can get, a little bit gray, you could go to them and say, I'd like to feature you in an email to my entire database. You get to tell me what you want the email to send, and I'll help you craft that, and it costs X. You pay me a couple $100, I will send you an email, endorsing you and telling people why they should work with you, Mr. Insurance Agent, or Mr. Accountant, or Mr. Estate Planner, or whatever. Or it could even be, if you've got offline restaurant clients.
An automotive, oil change people, stuff like that,
I mean,
discounts.
I
think y'all had a program. Didn't you have a program or something going on there with like a Groupon coupon thing or something that you were promoting? Yeah.
We still have that, and the idea there was building a local audience. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's just a change in semantics, basically. The idea there is you build a list that isn't necessarily right now interested in real estate, but that every 7 to 10 years, depending on who you talk to, is going to be doing a real estate transaction of some kind. And so you build a list that you can communicate with about non-real estate things, but every time in the PS say, you know, hey, by the way, if you know somebody who's looking to buy or sell real estate, we can help them, or whatever. You know, you come up with a better tagline than that. But yeah, the same basic concept is and that's giving you different ways, different revenue sources that you can create basically out of thin air, out of an asset that you've already created.
The only thing that happens with like the coupons and the local businesses would be